Welcome back to 50 States,
50 Plates,
where we explore America one plate at a time. Each week, we choose a different state and we show you how to recreate a famous regional dish from that state in your own kitchen. So you kind of get to travel the country without leaving the comfort of your home. Today, we are in Virginia, and there is some debate as to whether Virginia is a southern state or not, so we're gonna get into that. But today we are making Brunswick Stew from Virginia, and that's another source of debate. Did Brunswick Stew originate in Virginia or somewhere else? Last week we had Maryland and we made authentic Maryland crab cakes. If you missed that, I will link it right here. But many of you sent in pictures from Maryland, so be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll show you the pictures that you guys sent in from Maryland. If you have pictures from Virginia that you want to share with us, just email us at mystate@mandyinthemaking.com and I will share those next week. Time to get ready. We've already done our chopping and everything so that we're just ready to go over here, but we need about 4 slices of bacon chopped up. So I've got this large Dutch oven heated to about medium heat. Just add in this bacon and we're gonna start cooking this. Arts and crafts, as Stephen calls it.
That's right.
Now we're making the full recipe today because I do kind of hope that I can freeze some of this and we can have it for another night. I thought about halving the recipe, but decided we'd go with it. So the Virginia Brunswick Stew, it's a hearty one-pot meal that we're gonna make, and I love Brunswick Stew. I've always loved it. We get it at specifically at barbecue restaurants around here. A lot of them will have it. Sometimes it's made with chicken, sometimes with pork. But there is a debate as to who came up with Brunswick Stew. There's Georgia, who claims it's theirs, and then there's Virginia, who claims it's theirs. But what I do know is that Brunswick Stew is very popular in Virginia, so that's why we're making it today. Apparently, when you have like fall festivals and church get-togethers with suppers and things like that, there's gonna be Brunswick Stew. Also, some people put potatoes in their Brunswick Stew and some people don't. We are today because the particular recipe that I found does have it. But you'll have to let me know, do you add potatoes to yours or is that a big no-no? So there has been some debate because last week when I chose Virginia, I said, I don't really consider Virginia the South. Y'all spoke up. It's definitely not the Deep South. The Deep South is 5 states. That's South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. That's the Deep South. But southern states, a lot of you said, you know, Virginia is below the Mason-Dixon line, so it's the South. But I guess it kind of goes back to the Civil War and the Confederacy and like who fought for who. So Virginia is the South. I stand corrected. It's just not the Deep South. Our bacon is not quite done, but it's getting there. So let's add in this whole onion. We had a pretty large onion that we diced. And we're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now these are softened up. We need to boil our potatoes because we are going the potato route. I want to tell you, I used like a cup of regular chicken broth that I had, and then we're going with 3 cups of this spicy chicken broth. I know that is not traditional, but that's okay. We love spicy anything. And this chicken broth is not super spicy, but let's add in 4 cups of chicken broth. We're also gonna turn this heat up because we're gonna bring this to a boil. And we've got 2 russet potatoes that we peeled and chopped. So let's add these in. So now that our potatoes have come up to a boil, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes and we're gonna let those soften for right at 10 minutes. Full transparency, we only let them boil for like 5 minutes because this whole thing is gonna simmer for about an hour. So they're gonna be plenty soft. So I'm gonna turn this down to about medium low, almost low. And I've got some tomato paste here. We need to add in a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. That seems about right. Let's dissolve that. Okay, now let's add in all of our other ingredients. The beauty of this particular recipe is that it uses rotisserie chicken. I love that. So I got a family size rotisserie chicken from Food Lion and I shredded it up, and you need about 4 cups, which is what this is. We're gonna add that in now. Now we need 28 ounces or basically 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I'm gonna go with fire roasted diced tomatoes and our regular diced tomatoes. So let's add both of those in. Virginia is known as the state that is the mother of presidents because 8 of our presidents have been born in Virginia, which is more than any other state. What are you doing? Oh, leave my toe alone. Stephen told me that I had to do this ingredient, even though I do not like this ingredient, but we have to stay true.
That's right.
Lima beans. Y'all, I am not a fan. They're dry. I just don't love them, but I drained these and we're gonna add in a can of lima beans. These are the green and the white. Optional is okra, and we went with fresh okra because our grocery store had some. So we just got a package of okra and cut it up. So let's add that in. And then we need corn and lots of it. So I'm using frozen corn. That's gonna cool this down, but it'll warm back up because it's got an hour. Okay, so let's stir all of that together. Now you have to remember, this is a very thick and hearty stew. So we're gonna simmer this. We've got a few more things to add, but we're gonna simmer this for like an hour with it covered. And if towards the end I feel like we can uncover it and let it thicken up a little bit more, we will. But we can always add more chicken broth if it gets too thick. We need a tablespoon of brown sugar. We need a tablespoon of white vinegar. And then about a teaspoon of the Dub sauce. So I'm gonna just eyeball this. Probably go a little more than a teaspoon because that's what I like. Then salt and pepper. And remember, we can always add more salt and pepper at the end too when we taste it. I don't wanna go overboard right now, but we're gonna add some in now and then we'll taste it at the end. So let's just stir that to combine and put the lid on it. And y'all, this is gonna hang out at like medium low for about an hour. And apparently it's even better the next day. You know, a lot of times the longer a soup sits, the better it gets. But let's put the lid on it, and then we may have to come back in with some more chicken broth a little bit later. We'll check on it, but let me set the timer. There we go. So it's been an hour. I did come in here every 15 minutes or so and stir it. And then for the last 12 minutes, I took the lid off because a lot of these, like the corn and the okra or whatever, they released some juices, and it was pretty thin there for the last little bit. So I took the lid off to let some of that kind of evaporate and thicken up a bit. I feel like it's a good consistency. I need to test for salt content, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Ooh, there's a lima bean.
Uh-oh, let's hear it. Come on now.
Ooh, but there's bacon too. Maybe that'll make up for it. Hot. It could use a little more salt, so I'm going to do that. The world's largest office building is located in Virginia. It's in Arlington. Do you know what it is? And I think our Brunswick stew is done. And I will say, I'm used to having Brunswick stew with pork in it because we do have it at the barbecue restaurants. But that chicken was really good that I just got, so yum. If you don't have a bowl cozy, what are you even doing in life? I'm telling you right now, the best way to serve soup and or ice cream is to have a bowl cozy so you don't freeze your hand or burn your hand. Y'all, oh my goodness, even with the lima beans, my mouth is watering. It's a little bit hot.
Actually, it's good soup weather today.
It actually is. It's
A little overcast.
it's like in the 50s. Well, maybe it's about 60 degrees now, but yeah, it's kind of gloomy outside, so.
This looks good, baby.
It does look good.
Get a tater on there.
If you said the largest office building was the Pentagon, you are correct. It has over 17.5 miles of like walking distance within the Pentagon. However, they designed it so that you could get from point A to point B, no matter what that is, by walking in less than 7 minutes. That's pretty cool.
Oh man, that's rich.
Yeah. And you can taste just a little bit of that vinegar.
Oh yeah, just a hint of
It's
that.
just a hint.
Just a little bit of that, but man, yeah. This is a chunky stew right here. Man, that is really good. I love the okra in there
Yeah.
too. So it's kind of like it's a thicker, richer vegetable soup type of thing with the added protein in there.
Right. And now some people, I think, make Brunswick stew. They add some barbecue sauce to it.
Yeah, it's definitely, this has got a smoky
Yeah, it does.
vibe to it.
Well, we used some of that spicy chicken broth, and then I used the fire roasted diced tomatoes.
Exactly.
So we added a little bit of that.
This is really good.
Yay. It's so pretty.
That bacon flavor that's in there.
Yeah.
That is delicious, babe.
Woohoo. I'm so happy.
This is a really good stew. This is probably one of my favorite stews right here.
Okay. Yay. The first commercial peanut crop was grown in Virginia in 1842. So this is why Virginia peanuts are still considered the gold standard for snacking. I feel like we're having a big old history lesson today, but Jamestown, that was the first English settlement which is in Virginia, and it was made a permanent settlement in 1607. I had to take my glasses off because they were going to fog up.
It'll get froggy.
I'm glad I made the full recipe.
Yeah, me too. It's delicious.
Ours has just a little bit of spice to it, not a lot. You get that hint of vinegar, which makes it kind of like the barbecue, like you think of barbecue.
Right.
I don't know who came up with Brunswick Stew, but Virginia Brunswick Stew.
Yeah, I'd love to try it with pork sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. We could make it with pork for sure.
Yeah, we should try that sometime. Good job, babe. Knocked it out of the park.
It is that time, friends. Man, we are full, like really full.
Yeah, that was, I had 2 bowls, y'all. I'm telling you what.
That will fill you up.
Please try that recipe. It's
and
really
we have
good.
So much left, so I'm stoked that I'm going to be able to freeze some of this. And then on a night when I don't feel like cooking, just put it in the Dutch oven. We're done.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so while we were eating, we were talking about which state we thought we would pull next. I said Kansas, you said
Oklahoma.
So we're both kind of, are they both in, is it Tornado Alley?
I think
both
so,
of those?
yeah. All right, what we got?
I got it. Is it? Yeah, that's right.
We are going to the great state of Arkansas.
Arkansas. I was kind of right.
Yeah.
I said Kansas. We're going to Arkansas.
We're going to Arkansas, y'all.
Arkansas. What do we think?
I have no clue, sweetheart.
I don't either. Arkansas. I really don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to let us know, y'all. Y'all let us know what we should make for Arkansas.
It's a mystery. We will figure it out. But first, a couple of things. We're about to go color in. What did we do today? Virginia. We're going to go color that in. However, before we color that in, let me show you the pictures that y'all sent in from Maryland. Side note, not related to this video at all. However, tonight at 5 o'clock, there is a video coming out from my friend Tabby, and she redecorated our back porch, our screened porch. Y'all, when I tell you it looks like it belongs on the cover of a magazine, it was needing some help. So tonight, make sure you're subscribed to Tabby, number one. I'll have her linked below. But at 5 o'clock, you'll get to see our back porch being made over. Me and Tabby are hanging out and making over the back porch. You don't want to miss that. Okay, so last week we were in Maryland. This week we just hop right down here and go to Virginia. And we chose maroon just because we wanted something different, quite honestly. It looks kind of brownish, but it's actually a very pretty color. So I'm gonna color this in. And didn't we discuss last week that this is part of Virginia too?
I think so, yeah. I don't know what that is.
Let's verify. Yep, this is part of Virginia, even though it's attached to Maryland. Hey, do any of my subscribers live right here? I need to know. Do you live there? Tell me about it. All right, that is Virginia, my friends. Next week,
we are going to Arkansas.
Arkansas. Right here, kind of in the middle of the country.
Yep.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode of 50 States, 50 Plates. We'll see you next week in Arkansas. Bye, y'all.